to be back with you again. In thinking about what I'd like to share with you today, the thought came to me about a condition that most women have. It's an interesting condition because it only on some levels affects their health, but it certainly affects how they act and behave. Today, a woman walked into my office and complained about the fact that she only had lost 5.5 pounds. I asked her what was that all about. She said, I wanted 7 or 8. And I said, you know, I understand. If I were you, I would also want 7 or 8. Could you hold on a second and I want to check something? I went to the computer. This was her second week on the program, and she lost a little bit more than 7 pounds last week. So in her first 2 weeks on the program, she lost a smidgen, 12.9 pounds in 2 weeks. I asked her, could you tell me any other venue where without drugs, without hunger, with energy, you could lose 13 pounds in 2 weeks? And she said to me, I expected more. And I said, I can see that you're unhappy. Can I ask you a question? She said, yes. I said, have you seen any change in your clothes? And she said, yes, they're a bit looser, but I still only lost 13 pounds and 5.5 this week. The disease, the condition is called perfection. And it creates all kinds of pressures. And women become, because of those pressures, their own worst enemies. Instead of truly being able to feel good about losing almost 13 pounds in 2 weeks, here was a woman berating herself because she had not achieved a level that she had in her unconscious, and when the results came in of the weight loss this week, it transferred from the unconscious to her conscious mind. Instead of feeling good about her efforts, instead of feeling good about the fact that she had taken control, she was complaining. And the complaint must, on some level, impact on the sense of self, on confidence. Women are incredibly successful in multitasking. They do all kinds of things. And we've gone over the fact that women also, because of their nurturing heredity, have a connection between food, comfort, and escape. Here is a woman who controlled all of that this week, and yet she couldn't find it without my focusing her within herself to give herself credit for the work that she had done. Because let's face it, people, she lost 12.9 pounds and it wasn't magic. It was work that she had done to stay focused, to follow the program, to drink her water. She's not alone. I see this every day in the office. I hear it in some of the emails I get and telephone calls I receive. You have every right to want to lose weight, to want to feel good, to want to feel better. But the pressure that you put on yourself is not only unnecessary, but it extends the amount of time that you grow to find that you now have taken back your life and are now much more in control. Start looking at what you accomplish, not how much more you could have accomplished. And remember that because of the multitasking, your efforts are scattered in many areas, all of which you have expectations of completing. And all of them do drain you to some extent. So instead of 100% in one area, start looking about growth and change and positive in all of the areas. And let's start working on rewarding ourselves verbally for all the efforts that you put in. Thanks for listening. I'd love some feedback.